She thought she was building a future for the people she loved. For 8 long years, every sacrifice, every sleepless night, every paycheck, and every dream she delayed had one purpose. She believed that somewhere back home, a better life was slowly taking shape because of her. But the day she finally returned, expecting to see the rewards of years of sacrifice, she discovered a truth so heartbreaking that it changed her forever. Stay with me, because this story isn't just about money. It's about trust, family, and the painful moment when someone realizes they were loved more for what they could give than for who they were. And if stories like this touch your heart, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another powerful story that might change the way you see life. Nosa was the kind of daughter every struggling family prayed for. She never complained. She never asked why life had placed such a heavy burden on her shoulders. When her father passed away while she was still young, everything changed overnight. Without anyone officially saying it, everyone began looking to her. Her mother depended on her. Her younger siblings depended on her. Every problem somehow became her responsibility. Instead of chasing the dreams most young people have, she spent her days working every job she could find, saving every possible naira, hoping that one day she could lift her family out of poverty. After years of determination, she finally received an opportunity to study in the United Kingdom. She arrived with almost nothing except hope and a willingness to work harder than anyone around her. Life there was nothing like the exciting dream people imagined back home. The cold weather was difficult, but the loneliness was even harder. She worked exhausting night shifts cleaning offices, stocked supermarket shelves during weekends, and eventually trained as a care assistant. Every day seemed to blend into the next. While others enjoyed weekends and holidays, she counted every pound, skipped comforts, and constantly reminded herself why she was making these sacrifices. Every month, without fail, money traveled from her bank account to Nigeria. Sometimes it was a modest amount, other times it was much more. Whenever she managed to earn extra, her family benefited before she did. Each phone call began with warm greetings but quickly turned into another request. School fees, rent, medical expenses, business opportunities, emergency repairs. Every explanation sounded urgent, and Nosa never questioned them because she believed family always came first. Then came the biggest request of all. Her family convinced her they had found land where they could build a beautiful house in her name. They described it as her future, her investment, and the place she would proudly return to one day. They explained that building immediately would save money before prices increased. Trusting every word, Nosa transferred millions over many months. Although she never saw the construction herself, she imagined the walls rising, the roof being completed, and the rooms waiting for her return. Years continued passing. While her family celebrated birthdays, weddings, and holidays together, Nosa spent countless nights caring for elderly patients, eating inexpensive meals, and postponing her own dreams. Whenever she felt exhausted, she comforted herself with one simple thought: everything would be worth it when she finally went home. But little signs slowly began appearing. One evening during a short break at work, another message arrived asking for a large amount of money for yet another business opportunity. Instead of immediately sending it, she paused. For the first time, she wondered something she had never allowed herself to think. Why had nobody ever called simply to ask if she was okay? That question refused to leave her mind. She decided to ask her mother for recent photos of the house. The answer sounded uncertain. There were delays. Construction materials had become expensive. Photos would be sent tomorrow. Tomorrow never came. Instead of arguing, Nosa decided to learn the truth another way. She called home pretending that life abroad had collapsed. She quietly explained that she might lose her job and wouldn't be able to send money anymore. She wasn't looking for financial help. She only wanted to know if anyone would ask whether she had eaten, whether she needed encouragement, or whether she was safe. The responses were painfully short. Everyone expressed brief sympathy before ending the conversation. Nobody offered assistance. Nobody suggested sending money back. Nobody asked how she planned to survive. Within weeks, the regular calls almost disappeared. That silence hurt more than any insult ever could. Without telling anyone her real plans, Nosa arranged leave from work and secretly booked a flight home. She packed almost nothing. No expensive gifts, no designer clothes, no chocolates from abroad. She intentionally dressed as simply as possible and decided to tell everyone she had been deported and had returned with nothing. She wanted to discover one thing: who would still value her when she could no longer provide money? At the airport, her brother arrived to pick her up. His eyes quickly scanned her worn clothes and simple slippers before he quietly muttered, "So this is what has become of you." There was no hug, no excitement, no relief that his sister had returned safely after so many years. Only disappointment. As they drove home, Nosa remained silent. She watched the streets pass by while quietly preparing herself for whatever she was about to discover. Her mother welcomed her warmly, but something felt different. The affection seemed mixed with worry, not about Nosa herself, but about what her situation meant for everyone else. Inside the house, Nosa immediately noticed expensive furniture, luxury electronics, and designer items that didn't match the financial struggles her family had always described over the phone. Still, she said nothing. The following morning, she traveled to see the property where her dream home was supposedly being built. When she arrived, she froze. The land was completely empty. No foundation, no bricks, no construction materials, nothing. 8 years of sacrifice had disappeared into a story that never existed. Standing there alone, she finally accepted what her heart had been trying to protect her from for years. But she wasn't finished. Over the next several days, she quietly observed everything around her. Without accusing anyone, she discovered surprising truths one after another. Her brother had secretly enjoyed a comfortable lifestyle far beyond what she believed possible. Another sibling had celebrated an elegant wedding without even inviting her. Money supposedly meant for important investments had funded personal luxuries instead. Conversations with neighbors revealed stories that didn't match anything she had been told. Then one evening, she overheard a conversation that broke whatever hope remained. A family member complained that if she stayed too long, she would become their financial responsibility because she could no longer provide money. Those words changed everything. The next morning, Nosa prepared breakfast and calmly invited everyone to sit together. Without raising her voice, she placed her phone on the table. One by one, she showed photographs of the empty land. Screenshots, evidence, facts. She explained what she had learned during the previous days. The room became completely silent. Nobody could deny what was right in front of them. Then she revealed the truth they never expected. She had never been deported. She still had her job. She had planned everything to discover how they would treat her once they believed she had nothing left to give. The expressions around the room changed instantly. Excuses appeared. Apologies followed. Some claimed misunderstandings. Others blamed circumstances. But for Nosa, something inside had already changed forever. She realized that trust, once broken so deeply, cannot simply be repaired with words. She calmly explained that love should never depend on someone's usefulness. Real family cares about the person before the money. Real support isn't measured by bank transfers, but by compassion during difficult moments. With quiet dignity, she packed her small bag once again. Before leaving, she told her mother that she would always love her, but love did not require accepting dishonesty. She wished her siblings well and hoped they would build honest futures for themselves. Then she walked away. Returning to the United Kingdom felt completely different this time. Instead of carrying guilt, she carried clarity. She focused on her career, continued her education, and carefully built savings that belonged to her future instead of everyone else's expectations. She still chose to support her mother with a fixed amount each month because that decision came from generosity, not pressure. But the endless emergency requests had finally ended. Perhaps the greatest lesson wasn't about losing money. It was about rediscovering self-worth. Nosa learned that kindness should never require self-sacrifice without boundaries. Helping others is beautiful, but abandoning yourself to rescue people who never appreciate your efforts eventually leaves everyone poorer, especially your own heart. Many people watching today may recognize themselves in her story. Maybe you've always been the reliable one, the person everyone calls when they need help, the one who gives without keeping score. There's nothing wrong with generosity, but healthy generosity includes wisdom. It allows you to care for others without forgetting yourself. So let me ask you something. If you were in Nosa's position, would you have tested your family the same way? Would you have confronted them with the truth, or quietly walked away and started over without saying a word? Share your thoughts in the comments, because I genuinely love to hear your perspective. And if this story touched your heart, share it with someone who might need this reminder today. Sometimes the greatest act of love isn't giving more. Sometimes it's finally learning where your kindness is truly valued. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.